So today I'm going to be reviewing the Halo75 by Nuphy. I have these in the baby raccoon switches. I chose those because I really like red switches. These are very similar to red switches in that they're linear, so they don't have any tactile feedback. They're very light and they still have that clacky enthusiast sound to it. There's going to be a typing test later in the video, but just a quick caveat that I am not a keyboard expert. So I did have some mechanical keyboards in the past, but I don't have a full array of keyboards to compare this to. This is coming from a view of someone who is looking for something relatively cheap in terms of keyboards. So it runs about $150 USD plus shipping, and something that I didn't have to go through a lot of steps to build from scratch and buy all these parts, with the benefits of still having a custom keyboard. So this is a pre-built keyboard. Comes just like this out of the box. It has the little cover here, and there's also the wrist rest that I bought as well. So I'll go into this a little more in detail later on, but I just wanted to give you my personal experience. I love this keyboard. It is durable, it feels good. The price that I paid for it definitely feels like it's worth it. For context, I am a data scientist / software engineer. I type every single day for work, for personal projects, communication with my friends. I don't game. I played about 5 games of League of Legends with this. I did use the Bluetooth option for that, and I didn't feel any latency in terms of the movement and from the keyboard to the game. I know a lot of people are worried that Bluetooth versus wired, there's a big difference, but for me, I couldn't tell. I'm not a pro gamer, so it's not going to be a big deal in my sense of things. But that Bluetooth has never failed me, and I've never felt like I wanted to go into the wired version of it. So what do I like about this? It feels like a custom keyboard to me, but it's pre-built, like I said earlier. It has that clacky sound. It has a lot of presets, so I use this for work and personal. When I need to move to personal, I just go into the preset for personal, and it connects straight to my laptop, and then if I need to go back to work, I click the shortcut for work, go straight to that as well. It does have an option for Windows or Mac, so it's compatible on both OSs. And out of the box, right here, I work on a Mac for personal and work, and this layout is pretty much perfect in terms of what you need for a Mac, and it comes like this right out of the box. So this keyboard has lasted me about a year and a little bit, and it has never failed me. It's never disconnected randomly. There's no latency issues, there's no Bluetooth issues. The battery life is very good on this. There's some people on Reddit saying that they can get 3 weeks of battery life out of this and it's still running. And you can actually check the battery life using one of the shortcuts in the manual, so you can check that. But personally, I've never really worried about the battery, and I only use this on Bluetooth mode. So usually what happens is I will use this constantly throughout the day, days, weeks, and then whenever I feel like, I'll just plug it into a charger and just charge it for a few hours and then come back to it, unplug it, and I've never had it die on me. So the battery on like this is ridiculous. It does feel a little heavy for a keyboard, but that does, for me at least, make it feel like it's much more worth the build quality that they use and the materials in it. It feels very sturdy, very durable, and if I dropped it a few times, which I haven't, but I feel like if I had dropped it a few times, it should be fine. So this keyboard does come in RGB. I don't personally use the RGB functionality of this keyboard. I don't really care too much about it, but I did look into it. It does have the RGB halo lit, or the side lit, or the backlit. You can use a lot of different patterns for this and different colors, and it looks really good. Like I said, I don't really care about it, so I don't use it. The options of using it can be a Bluetooth, which I use every single day, and you can also have it wired. So if you are worried about those gaming days where you need to be instant and you are a pro gamer, then you can use that wired version of it as well. So this comes with PBT keycaps. These are the good quality. They do feel very good. They don't give that glossy feeling like ABS does. And I've never had any complaints about that, honestly. The frame is aluminum. You can definitely tell from how heavy it is, how sturdy it feels. It's very sturdy. The plug that it comes with, it connects via a Type-C. That's how you charge it, that's how you connect it. Okay, so should you buy this wrist rest? I believe this is about $35 USD. I think they do give you a upsell option where they do give you a discount on this in newer versions of the Halo 75. I personally use this a lot. I like how it feels, I like how it looks. I think functionality wise though, it's not necessarily needed, especially if you are very into ergonomics and you keep your wrists in the air. I know that the best ergonomic option is to not have your wrists resting on anything and just to have it floating, but I do like this in terms of how it looks, how it feels. It just looks really good together, I think. So they actually no longer have this on their website, but if you can get one for very cheap, maybe used on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, I would highly recommend it. Even a separate website that sells these. They're in production and pre-order for the V2s, which I do believe should, have some upgrades. It should be very similar. It looks very similar, and I don't doubt that the build quality and the quality of this would be very similar and good as well. If you are gonna buy this, don't forget to look for a discount code. I got 10% off this by just looking around for about 2 minutes, found a discount code on a website, and just applied it. So don't forget about that. I know this is a short one, this is my first real video, but if you liked this, please like it. Please subscribe, maybe comment, tell me what you liked about it, what you don't. I really appreciate constructive feedback. If you like my style of reviewing, or if you want me to review anything else, let me know. But this is just my first video and I'm trying out different topics. So today's was a review, much more easy to get into. My next few ones will probably be about bettering your life, some productivity maybe, and yeah, I just continue to make videos until I find something I like, something that picks traction, and I appreciate you watching to the end and listening to me ramble at the end. So cheers.